We are sitting 5 days out from our first show of the 2023 season, and we're finally getting to your question and answers for Justin and I. We probably should not have put it off this long because, if I'm being honest, I'm really freaking tired. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to filter right through. Justin doesn't know any of the questions. I do because I wrote them down, but he doesn't know a single one. So some of them we're both going to answer. Some of them he might just answer. I might just answer. But more than likely, you're going to get an answer from both of us. So here we go. So this is a question for Justin. What made you want to invest more into fitness?
Well, I've always been into fitness. I got my personal training technically in between my sophomore and junior year of college. As soon as I started working out my junior year of high school, I've been pretty involved in fitness. My brother and I, and then also me and all my friends from UD would work out all the time. And I got pretty shredded, but I had no idea what I was doing with nutrition, but I definitely knew how to lift weights. But now that nutrition is involved because of this lovely lady over here, my results are happening a lot faster and I'm getting a lot bigger. So seeing results is addicting.
Okay, another question for Justin. What are your thoughts on the expenses of bodybuilding?
I think we do a pretty good job of making it a priority, but also making life a priority. So as long as we have enough to live comfortably, I think we do a good job
of
balancing. And then if we ever want to spend more than $300, we always say, hey, do you care?
Yeah, I'll chime in. Bodybuilding is not cheap. Bodybuilding is a very expensive sport. Suit, hair, tan, makeup, travel, hotel, registering for the shows, and then the monthly cost for a coach, the groceries, all of that sort of stuff. So a big thing that when I first started bodybuilding was Justin and I actually talked about it before I got into it, just to ensure that we both were on board, that we were in the right, mindset of it all. And I have specific savings so I'm able to compete, and we make sure that everything else stays balanced with it, so that way, we're able to experience all different facets of life that we want to experience together. So we communicate about it, and I think that's probably the strongest point when it comes to the finances of bodybuilding is just we communicate. All right, my favorite part of bodybuilding. So definitely how much I've learned about myself within this sport. I have learned more than I ever could have imagined about my physical self, my internal self, and my mental self. So just how the sport of bodybuilding is a forever learning sport. It's definitely my favorite part of bodybuilding is just how much I have learned and come in tune with myself and who I am and my own strengths. I don't know if there's a favorite part for you.
For you, bodybuilding?
Sure.
Just seeing you on stage and how happy it makes you.
Well, thank you. Lowest macros have ever gotten. First and foremost, right out of the gate, you guys need to know, these macros right now are solely to get me ready for the stage. They are not to be sustained for life because it is not possible to be able to healthily sustain at the intake that I have right now, or that my macros have gotten the lowest before. So the lowest my macros have ever gotten have actually been from my very first bodybuilding show, where I got down to 100 carb, 30 fat, and 135 protein, right around 1100 calories. This time round, I've been a lot higher than that. So the lowest my macros have gotten this prep so far are 125 carb, 30 fat, and 150 protein. So definitely excited to see that we've been able to keep a higher food intake this time around. So that's been really nice. Long-term bodybuilding goals. I have a vision of my goals, and I really like to take it step by step. So we're shooting for the pro card, we're coming in hot, we're working for that pro card, and that right there is my number one goal. And then once we achieve that goal, I will reassess and I will start to formulate new goals for myself. So right now, biggest goal, we're working for that pro card and we're coming in hot. Next question, and we can both kind of give our own intake on this, is how to build confidence. For me, confidence is 100% within yourself. It's internal and it's all mental. And the biggest thing is you have to believe what you tell yourself. You can tell yourself over and over again that you're going to do something, that you are capable of achieving it and all of that stuff. But if you don't believe it, it's going to be a lot harder for it to come to fruition. And that's something that I've experienced. I used to tell myself, all the goals that I had and the things that I wanted to achieve, but I never truly believed in myself. And now I have an undeniable, unmatched belief in myself, and the feeling is just entirely different and it's real. And so when it comes to building confidence, execute, okay? Create a routine for yourself, create a lifestyle that you want to live. And if you prove to yourself that you can hold yourself accountable to your own words, then you're showing yourself that you can trust yourself, and in return, your confidence will grow because of that.
My answer is going to be a lot shorter. Just seeing the first physical results in the mirror and knowing that what I'm doing is working helps you gain confidence. And then also just knowing that no matter who you are or what stage you're in your fitness journey, everybody started somewhere. So no matter where you're at or how much weight you're pushing or how long your workouts are, everybody starts somewhere. So just knowing that if you keep at it, you're going to see results, and those results will build confidence.
All right, next question. Good supplements and vitamins for digestion. So the first thing is, before you start taking any sort of supplement to help with your digestion, or really to help with anything, make sure your nutrition is in check. Because a lot of the stuff that you can get from supplements, you can get from a really good food intake. So making sure that you're getting at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber in your daily intake. That's the first place to start. Okay, eating really good micronutrients, so veggies and fruits, those high fiber sources, that's really going to help. And then once you're doing that, introducing things like a probiotic daily. There is a digestion supplement from Legion, which you can use my code for that. It's called Balance, and this is a really, really good digestive enzyme. And then you can also take magnesium. So taking magnesium at night not only helps to lower your stress hormones and help you relax, but it's actually also going to help you with your digestion. Next question, are we eating out at all right now? I am not. Everything that I eat right now, I cook at home. And if we have like an event or something that we have to go out to, I bring it with me. So right now, I am not eating out at all.
Sometimes. Not very often. Maybe once a week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We're not big outer eaters. All right. How is this prep different mentally than last? Oh, what a question. An entire 180. So last prep, my mentality was not the strongest. I thought it was strong, and really it was strong in the sense of getting things done, but it was not strong in the sense of how I treated others when I got depleted. Was not a nice person. I treated Justin like crap. We know this, we talked about it, I've recognized it. I didn't recognize it until after the fact. However, I made a promise to myself and to him that would never happen again, because I did not like who I became last prep. I allowed depletion, I allowed the fatigue to take over and control me. And this time around, I said absolutely not. And I have a much bigger perspective on everything. And so it has helped me tremendously to where my mental state this time around is I mean, it's unmatched. My mentality is strong, it is focused, it's dialed in, and all while doing that, I've been able to make sure to keep the people that are my biggest supporters in the front seat with me instead of putting them behind me. I've made sure to communicate better. I've made sure to let Justin know when I'm not feeling very great, if I'm feeling really tired, if I'm feeling easily agitated, so that way he knows how I'm feeling and it's not just like this unexpected lash out, which there's been not really any lash outs. Last time around, I was also very food focused. I was very excited for all the post-show eats and all these things that I could reintroduce back into my diet. And this time around, I have not even thought about that because I'm so focused on each step and just taking it each day. And I truly love and enjoy the foods that I'm eating. And so instead of focusing on what I can't wait to eat again, I've been focusing on everything that I get to eat right now and how delicious it is and how it makes me feel. And that has really helped to change my mindset also and just feel so positive this entire time. This prep is entirely different mentally. It's just, I've really enjoyed this prep. This prep has been happy, it's been positive, it's been hardworking, it's been focused and driven, and all while I'd say keeping as much balance as possible during prep. So for me, this prep has been an entire 180 mentally.
What's the question?
This prep different mentally than last.
I'm not gonna focus on last prep at all because it wasn't good mentally for you or for me. This prep has been great. You've been very strong. You've persevered through every workout, everything we've had to do in normal life and get through it. You've done a lot better prioritizing and scheduling and just everyday things that last time you couldn't like wrap your head around. It would just like throw you for a loop. The communication's been better. I mean, just all around way better.
Yeah. We've actually still been having fun.
Yeah.
So what's different this prep than last prep? And I'm just gonna kind of keep it on a training and nutrition base here. So the differences when it comes to training and nutrition, this prep to last prep is, last prep, my cardio got up to 90 minutes 7 times a week. This time, we've been at 60 minutes 7 times a week. And then my macros got a lot lower last time than this time. So those are the two big differences there.
Also, she's not eating gross foods this time.
Yeah, I don't know what I did last time. I was trying to do some wild food combinations that were absolutely nasty. This time around, I literally enjoy every single meal I eat so much. Like, so much.
Oh dang, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah. All right, next question. My favorite and least favorite part of prep. Honestly, I don't have a least favorite part of prep because you have to embrace all of it. You know, the fatigue, the depletion, the cardio, the low food intake, you know, all of the pieces that you really have to push hard through are part of the process, and that's what gets you ready. That's where the hard work comes in, and I love hard work. I love putting in the work. I love staying dialed in. So I really don't have a least favorite part. My favorite part is honestly probably just the mental push that it takes, because it is showing me that I am so much more mentally tough than I ever could have even imagined. So that's definitely my favorite part. Do you have a favorite or least favorite?
I do. My least favorite part is probably not being able to go out to eat and like go on little dates, or if we see a new place and be like, oh, we need to try that, but then it just goes on a list, and
yeah,
that's where it goes on
Yeah.
the list. My favorite part is just seeing the results.
yeah. His answers are a lot faster than mine. Justin,
Oh boy.
will you ever compete?
No.
Straight to the point.
Nope.
A common misconception of bodybuilding. That it is, everyone takes performance enhancing drugs, that it's, you just cake on makeup and you cake on a dark tan and you get up on stage and that's kind of like, okay, what's going on here? So I would say those are probably the biggest misconceptions, is that everyone is taking peds, which is not the case, or that you need to take peds in order to be successful. That's also not the case. Or just that, they don't see the behind the scenes of all of the work that goes into show day, that goes into the overall presentation that you see on stage. Because that's really where it all comes from, is all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, all of the training, all of the focus, all of the details, because there are a lot of details.
I have something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not as flashy as you think it is. It's very routine and regimented, where like you do your workouts, but then you're eating the same foods over and over, and a lot of it's behind the scenes rather than, like, the only time you're really in front of people is either at the gym, but you should be super focused there, and then on stage. That's about it. Yeah. Whereas like other sports, you have like games every week or month or however.
Yeah. I'm taking you out there because you are going to be a big distraction. Go. Next question. Relationship during prep. So changes to our relationship, sacrifices, or compromises.
I will answer in two different ways. So based on the first prep, if this is your very first prep and you're asking for advice about that, make sure you both know what you're getting into before you do it, because it's not going to be easy for anyone. You need to have a lot of grace from both sides, because from the partner's side, you need to have grace knowing that they're depleted, they're hungry, they're tired, their brain isn't functioning at 100% capacity because of how tired they are, and then their time is dedicated somewhere else. And then there's limitations on things they can and can't do based on schedule and prioritization and just their sport in general. So lots of grace. From your perspective, there needs to be grace knowing that the partner can get annoyed sometimes because of all those circumstances. Mm-hmm. And most of the time you take it out on your partner, both. I take it on you, you take it out on me. So that's advice for the first prep. The second prep, how our relationship has changed, I don't think it has at all changed, because we like our routines. They complement each other. We make sure we eat together at least, mm-hmm. and spend some time together at night and in the evenings.
Yeah.
But I don't think it has changed at all. If anything, it's made it stronger, because we're pushing each other. Like, you're pushing me to be more accepting and honest when you say, how does this look? How do my biceps look, or shoulders, or how are my tie-ins? Are my tie-ins showing?
Yeah. I mean, I would agree. I think biggest piece of advice when it comes to relationships during prep, you've got to communicate. Communication has definitely been, I think, the turning factor for us this time around, because he knows how I'm feeling and I know how he's feeling, rather than me just expecting him to know that, or him expecting me to know. We're with each other all the time. So like he said, if either of us are agitated or frustrated or whatever.
That was the chair, I swear.
We're gonna lash out on each other because we're each other's number one. And so communicating helps to not have that happen, because then we're both aware and we can both adjust how we act and speak to each other. For example, if I tell him, just so you know, I'm kind of agitated today, he knows that he shouldn't do things that are gonna bother me. Exactly. Okay, because he likes to annoy me, which is fine. It's just something he likes to do. And sometimes it makes me laugh and sometimes it works. If I communicate with him and let him know, then he knows, okay, tonight's not the night for me to pick on Megan. Or if he's not in a great headspace, then I know, okay, tonight's not a great night for me to pick on Justin. When it comes to changes in our relationship this prep, I agree with Justin. I really don't feel like there's been that many changes or compromises, really. We've both made sure that we are still the priority for each other, and ensuring that, I'm showing up for Justin and Justin is showing up for me. Really, I'd probably say the only sacrifice is that we're not going on excursion, out of the house dates, because we just aren't right now. I'm incredibly tired, so it's hard to do that, but we'll do dates in the house. So for example, sitting down at dinner and having a full conversation and making a date night in home. And we're homebodies, so for us, we enjoy that. People want to know your maxes.
My maxes?
Yeah.
I don't know any of them. I haven't maxed.
We'll just give your max rep range.
Well, I got 315 on bench with help.
Didn't you do a rep by yourself?
He said he didn't really help me, but I don't know.
315 for bench.
Squat.
You just started squatting.
Yeah, 365 maybe. I haven't tried anything more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Deadlift really hurts my lower back, so I don't really, but I've gotten 405, but I haven't tried anything more.
What did you incline dumbbell press the other day?
Oh, I can incline dumbbell probably dumbbell. I did hundreds. That's all the rack goes to. But
how do I find my way towards long-term discipline over short-term motivation? I know that motivation is fleeting. I know that motivation isn't always there. What keeps me going is my discipline. I am an incredibly disciplined person, basically in every aspect of my life, not just in bodybuilding. So discipline is a huge trait that I own in on, and no matter how I'm feeling, that's what carries me through. So I found my way there. Honestly, just naturally through learning and experiencing and growing, and my years through swimming and the schedule that had. And so discipline was instilled in me at a very, very young age. I started swimming when I was 7, swam all the way through college, and so discipline has been a part of my life since I can even remember. So I think that definitely has helped me to keep discipline in the forefront, and then when motivation is there, it's just an added piece. Do you have an answer for that one?
For me, I'm not disciplined. It again, just seeing results for me. Seeing is believing, so.
Yeah. National shows. Everything is dependent on feedback and what happens at each show. Do you think this has been okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think it's boring?
I don't think so. I think my answers are boring.
Do you think I'm talking okay? I'm just really tired.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Am I making sense?
Mm-hmm. You're talking a lot, but
That's
my
normal.
answers are short.
I know, but that's normal for me. But they're making sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wonder if they can even hear me.
Yeah, the microphone's pretty good. What got me into bodybuilding? All right, I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet for you guys. After finishing my swimming career, when I graduated from college, I was very, very lost for a very long time. Way longer than I ever would have wanted to be. When COVID hit, I buckled down, started writing my own training programs, was doing high intensity work outside and all of this sort of stuff, saw results started to stop, and I realized, all right, it's my nutrition. So I hired a nutrition coach, and my nutrition coach was a bodybuilder. So I saw her going through her prep and everything that went into it, and I realized that the piece of myself that I had been missing for 3 years was my competitive side. I'm very competitive, and when I swam my last race, the competitive side of me just kind of stopped. And I wanted to get that back. So I figured, what can I do to bring back that competitive side? Something that I'm going to really enjoy and be competitive in. And I thought maybe triathlons, because I swam, but I hate running and I do not enjoy biking. So I said, no, that's off the table. And then when I started to research bodybuilding, I was like, this is perfect. It combines two things that I love, fitness and competing, and it puts them together. And ever since then, haven't looked back, and it has been absolutely incredible.
Good job.
Thanks.
Short and sweet.
Thanks. Most expensive thing I own.
Arlo.
I'll show you. Give me a second.
Is it Arlo?
Big boy.
Don't hurt your back.
Oh, this is the most expensive thing I own. And he was worth every single penny. Thanks, bub. What's the most expensive thing you own?
You.
Facts.
I don't own you. Probably the house.
Yeah.
The car. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, newest song in our library. It's definitely one of my favorites right now, is Chemical by Post Malone. That's one of my newest songs in my library, and I'm obsessed with it. What's yours?
Mine is an Elvis song.
An Elvis song!
It's called His Latest Flame. Hi, Megan and Justin. My question is, why is Justin so handsome and thick?
Justin is so handsome because he's just naturally handsome. He's
Shout
so
out
thick.
to my parents.
Yeah, and because his parents are beautiful people. And he's so thick because I'm his wife.
I have a trainer. Yeah.
All right, people. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully you can hear Justin when he talks.
Probably not.
But if there's any other questions that you guys have for us, please feel free to drop them down below and we'll make sure to answer them. Also, please make sure to subscribe and like and save and share and do whatever, because I would really appreciate the support. We're 5 days out from our show, and I guess I mean, it is. Literally, this is a team effort. So anytime I say we or us, it includes Justin and it includes my coach Shelby. I say we, I say us, because I could not do this without Justin. I just couldn't. And I love you very much.
I love you too.
I guess what we should do to wrap this up is kind of talk about, just a little bit about a couple things that we're most excited for Vegas. The things that I'm most excited for are, I'm just excited to get back up on stage again. I am so freaking excited because my coach is going to be there, and 2.5 years in, and this will be our first time meeting in person, so I am so excited for that. And then I'm really excited to gamble and do some slot machines, and then we're going to be going to the Hello Kitty store. And Hello Kitty is very nostalgic for me because I used to go to the Hello Kitty store in LA when I was little with my uncle all the time. And so I'm just really, really excited to go back to a Hello Kitty store again. So those are the things that I'm the most excited for.
I'm excited to see her on stage. I'm excited to eat some crazy food.
In-N-Out?
Yes, In-N-Out, but also just all the food Vegas has to offer. I'm excited to go shopping and to be somewhere warm, like real warm. Even though it's warm here, but like warm. And to just travel with you. I like traveling.
Yeah. We love traveling together, so it'll be a really nice 4.5 days of traveling together in a new area, in a new place, and we're just really excited. All right, y'all. Peace. See you next time.